even through the sorrow, man, we still find a reason and a way to laugh and joke through pain. Because if not, man, life come at you hard. And if you take it too seriously, you get overwhelmed, and that was the biggest issue in my childhood is, like I said, I didn't truly understand that I grew up in poverty until I became an adult and understood finance. Like, man, I grew up in poverty.
Yeah.
But because the laughs were so plentiful that, we had food to eat and we had things to laugh and joke about, man. So it's very important to check out on the seriousness of life and laugh at yourself.
Ooh. So I didn't have that one down, so I need to adopt that one. So we're good so far.
Yeah.
So there's still potential for 10.
Still looking at 10.
At the very least, you'll get a top 5 if we start to overlap. My first one, man, is resilience.
Man.
We've this is the longest that we've lived in one house, and we made 3 years in April.
Man.
And it's been moving around. So my wife is from the military. We didn't necessarily move around for her, but she was used to moving around. She got out of the military, then we started moving a lot frequently for my job. And they never really were able to put down roots. Like the joke was, maybe it's just a joke to me, my kids are from nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have a memory of the places where they were born, per se. But they've bounced back, where some kids, may not be okay with the constant moves, right? Or may have some resentment because of the constant moves because they can't establish long-term friendships. But I can't say everywhere that we live, most of the places that we live, my kids develop friends that a couple of them they still kind of interact with today. If they were old enough to develop that kind of friendship. So my 2 oldest girls, Anna and Imani, keep up with people from when we lived in Northern Virginia, people when we lived in Dubai for some time. And they got amazing. So it's cool to hear them talk about where we've lived, right? With joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of gives me a woosah moment, like, okay, I overthink often. And I think that we've been doing too much. But yeah, they're resilient kids, man.
Man, that's beautiful. Because sometimes as parents, we're thinking we don't know their perspective. They're going along because they have to. You don't have a choice. That doesn't mean you like it. That don't even mean you enjoy it. But to later hear, joyous stories and happy stories and memories, it's like, whew, okay, good. I can draw strength from that to know I didn't drag you through a miserable childhood and now you can't wait to become an adult and get that away from me. You know what I mean? So that's
the topic for another show. Take your time, young man.
And as usual, that segue right into my number 2. My number 2 is today is not yesterday. Resilience. My children and children in general, I can honestly say a lot of kids that I know, but speaking on my kids, they can have the worst day in America on Monday. Go to bed. When they get up Tuesday morning, it's a new day. It's like they starting over from scratch. They don't remember the bad stuff from yesterday. Today is a new opportunity for some fun. I feel like the running joke in my house is my kids play for a living. Like
it's not a bad life. Listen,
they truly enjoy every inch of that house. They don't live with us, we live with them. So the problem with that is the boundaries get blurred. They think that, basketball in the living room and it's a sled down the stairs and et cetera, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Piano, you can set your keyboard up in the dining room because you say it sounds better and you can hear yourself.
It's gotta be Bishop.
Yeah, it's Bishop. So I love the model that they give me as the adult that today is not yesterday.
Yeah.
No matter how bad or great yesterday was, I'm trying to make today great. They wake up every morning trying to make today their best, most fun day they've ever had in their lives. And we can apply that as adults of, boy, it was tough on me yesterday, but this is a fresh start today.
That's why I'm learning, definitely learning as we go. And it's interesting that you said we live with them because And all of my children, well, not all of my children are older than your youngest two.
Yeah.
And, you know, we got sons around the same age, but just like getting started today.
Yeah.
Felt like I was waiting for my turn to, right?
Yeah, do my thing.
And this thing was wait for this person to finish.
Yeah.
Then my son shows up.
Yeah.
Like it feels like that. And sometimes I get annoyed, but I also need to understand that it's a blessing that my kids want to be here.
Yeah, man.
Like my kids are like, this is the house where they tell their friends to come over.
Yes. That's huge.
That is, right? And I had to, again, it wasn't like it was a problem, but sometimes you catch yourself like, man, I wish it was, just want to get a minute. And it's not like it's all day, every day, but like Halloween, my son came home with some friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imani's friend came over, and like it's been like that for a while. So I like that my children feel comfortable at home, and to me that says we cool parents.
It absolutely does.
That's
You're
a
not
fact.
embarrassed. It's like, I don't want you to see my parents. They weird me out.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to embarrass me in front of my friends. So that's huge. That's why I said when you said it, I was like, boy, that's huge. Check that box. There's parents out here envious of that. Like, my kids don't bring their friends around me. You might want to look at what you're doing with your kids.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
we still a chance for 10.
Yeah, listen.
We guarantee you 5. Still a chance for 10. I think, we can pretty much guarantee 5 because we got 3 solid so far.
So far.
Here come number 4. Number 4, what I learned from my kids is trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. They you mentioned going along with a plan because they don't have a choice, and that's kind of the parent-child dynamic. But my children actually trust the process.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it's a reference to moving overseas. The oldest 3 understood what that was.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to another continent.
Boy.
Another continent where you can't just, technically you can hop on the plane and come home at any point. But that's a 24-hour commitment to get home. You know, the flight is going to be 12, 15 hours to DC. Then we got to drive home. And it costs. It costs.
The expense.
It costs. And then setting up life in a foreign continent, country, all of the above, culture, and believing that it's going to be okay.
Right.
Like not knowing if everybody I had some insight because I had traveled through Dubai quite a bit, and then I went there a few months before them. So it was normal to me, but that's also because travel was a big part of my job.
Yeah.
So what was normalized to me, I was having concerns about how will they adjust? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they trusted that things were going to work out. They would be safe. They would still have the education that they needed, and they would have an opportunity to see different things in the world.
Yeah.